think of the legacy my father has left for me, I realize it's more than any Christmas or birthday present he ever gave me, much less inheritance of money or property. I'm invariably told, for instance, that I've inherited his looks, that I'm a spitting image of him. One time he told me that one of the things we both have in common is that we're both very stubborn. However, I feel I've inherited a lot more than that, much more. Dad was never happy about my going into drama. He did everything he could to discourage me. Nevertheless, I've gone on to win 7 playwriting awards, and I've been nominated at least 2 times for acting awards. Unlike the Oscars, the Emmys, and the Golden Globes, these contests where I won these awards don't allow for any of those long, boring, self-indulgent thank you speeches, which cause the ceremonies to go way over time as well as try everybody's patience. So I've had to thank those who I felt I had a debt of gratitude long after the party's over, privately. However, if I were permitted to put the audience to sleep with this kind of oratory, one of the people I'd include on the list would be my father. I know what you're thinking. Now, wait a minute. You just said your dad tried to talk you out of all this. So why are you thinking of him? Because I feel the most important legacy he left for me is his work ethic. Dad was a firm believer in the American work ethic. Whatever was worth doing, he believed was worth doing well. In conversations I've had with him over the years, he worried for our country, for what he saw as the deterioration of that ethic, and I must admit that it's become a concern of mine, too. Dad didn't just preach the work ethic to my brother and me, he lived it out. He set the example. He walked the talk. My brother has told me it was a trait he'd also come to admire about Dad. I was once told he was one of 36 warrant officers in the entire United States Armed Forces that had the rating he had. So I knew he had to be good at what he was doing. He was indeed a workman who does not need to be ashamed. Throughout the almost 44 years I've been in the theater, I've been complimented by directors, fellow actors, and other colleagues for conscientiousness and professionalism. I feel my dad deserves a lot of credit for that. At times I wish he could have been there when these compliments were being paid. I'm sure those of you who may have known Dad through the Homeowners Association and City Council could also attest to his diligence in carrying out the responsibilities which went with position. So let us, as we leave this service, come away challenged to become, if we're not already, a faithful steward, working at whatever our task is with all our heart, as working for the Lord, not men.